And I want to go back to why this could be a problem, because this is what I remember from Silicon Valley Bank. If you remember it differently, please tell me. So again, Silicon Valley Banks, was like 5 miles from my house, their headquarters. So it was very much a local story there for a while.
Hmm.
So essentially, Silicon Valley Bank had their balance sheet. They had a whole bunch of bonds on it that they held as hold to maturity.
Yes.
They then needed to raise capital, so they sent out as just what ended up being the spark that blew it up kind of note to their investors saying, "Hey, we're basically in good shape, but we need a little bit of money and blah blah blah." And that sparked a 48-hour period where essentially all the private companies started withdrawing their cash and moving it somewhere else because they saw it as risky or staying.
Right.
And then what they could never get over is the cash was leaving so fast. They ended up having to sell the bonds that were held to maturity, which obviously caused them to have a mark to market moment. And after that,
Yes.
it was game over. They were insolvent.
Absolutely.
And
Yes, that is what happened. And it was a really big deal because, in today's world of texting and Twitter and hey, by the way, everyone else that's, crypto people and big tech companies in Silicon Valley that have millions of dollars in this bank were worried about it. And so millions fled. It
oh
wasn't
yeah,
just depositors like you and I suddenly, a handful of them pooling. It was so much money leaving in a 48-hour period, I believe, like you said, that they had to very quickly mark these maturities down. And that's what exposed their
hmm
vulnerability and how much of those maturities really were devalued, meaning that now their assets were written down substantially compared to the liabilities and loans that they had made, and they were essentially insolvent.